Okay, so the next graph is a quadratic graph where we have y equal to ax squared plus bx plus c. So the first step is we have to find what is the vertex for this graph. So we have two methods over here. You can choose any of them. So the first one is by doing computing the square. So we're going to write them down as y equal to a x minus h squared plus with k. And then we're going to compare with this formula. So we can get the h and the k. So the second one is by using the formula h equal to negative b over 2a. So we're going to get the b from the equation and then the a. We substitute into this formula to get what is the value of h. Once we have what is the value of h, we're going to substitute back into the equation to get what is the value of k. So that is the first step to find what is the vertex. For the second one, we have to check what is the value of a. So basically, the value of a corresponds to the shape of the graph. So we have two types of graph. The first one corresponds to a that is greater than 0. The second one is a that is less than 0. So if the value of a is greater than 0, we're going to have an open upward. A less than 0, we're going to have an open downward graph. So the third step is to find x-intercept if we do have any x-intercept. So this is when y equal to 0. Sometimes we didn't get any real roots, so that is why we didn't find any x-intercept. So for the fourth step, we have to find the y-intercept, and once we have one and therefore we can easily sketch the graph. So let's go to the first example. So the first one, we have y equal to negative x squared negative 1. So firstly, let us find the vertex. So since this one is already in CTS form, so let me compare with y equal to a x minus h squared plus with k. So we can easily compare. So this is negative 1 and this is k. So I simply have x squared here. This is x minus h squared. So this is a. So a is equal to negative 1. H is equal to 0 because x minus h is x squared. So that means h must be 0 then. So k is negative 1. So the vertex is 0, negative 1. So once we calculate the vertex, then we can check what is the shape of the graph. So a is equal to negative 1, which means a is less than 0. So we're going to have an open downward graph. Find x-intercept if there is any x-intercept. So negative x squared negative 1 equal to 0. Negative x squared equal to 1, which means that x squared must be negative 1. So this is no real roots. So we didn't have any x-intercept. So for the fourth one, find the y-intercept when the x is equal to 0. So y is equal to negative 0, negative 1, which means y is equal to negative 1. So once we have everything, let's sketch the graph. So x-axis, y-axis. So the vertex is 0, negative 1. So this is the vertex 0, negative 1. And then as you can see, this is the shape, a set graph or an open downward. No real root, so we didn't touch the x-axis. And the y-intercept is simply negative 1 here. So let's go to the second example. So we have y equal to x squared minus 2x minus 3. So firstly, let us calculate the vertex. So I already used computing the square, so let me use the second one. So calculate h. h is negative b over 2a. So if you can see here, a is equal to 1, b is negative 2, c is negative 3. So negative b, negative 2 over 2 multiplied with 1. So we got 2 over 2, which means 1. k is equal to, so substitute back, h with 1, x with 1, so we got 1 square minus 2 multiplied with 1 minus 3, so 1 minus 2 minus 3, this is negative 4, therefore your vertex is 1 and negative 4. So after we calculate the vertex, let us check what is the shape of the graph. So a is equal to 1, that means a is greater than 0, so we're going to have an open upward graph. Find the x-intercept if we do have any of it. So let the y equal to 0, and then let us try to solve them. So x squared minus 2x minus 3 equal to 0. So x minus 3, x plus 1 equal to 0. So either x equal to negative 1 or x must be equal to 3. So I do have two x-intercept. Find the y-intercept, so we're going to let x equal to 0. So we get y equal to 0 minus 0 minus 3. So that means y must be negative 3. So let us have our x-axis and y-axis. So x, y. So let us put the vertex. So I have 1, negative 4, so this is the vertex. And then let us put the x-intercept. So we have negative 1 and 3. So negative 1, 3. And then the y-intercept. So y-intercept is at y equal to negative 3. So this is the y-intercept. So now let us draw the graph. So this must be a smile graph or an open upward. So basically you connect all the points and this is the graph. So this is y equal to x squared minus 2x minus 3.